title of this book is 1984, and the writer of this book is George Orwell.
And what page are you going to read today?
I'm going to read page 286 today.
Do you remember, he went on, please start reading, and members, please do share when speaking together.
Do you remember, he went on, writing in your diary, freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4? Yes, said Winston. O'Brien held up his left hand, its back towards Winston, with the thumb hidden and the 4 fingers extended. How many fingers am I holding up, Winston? 4. And if the party says that it is not 4 but 5, then how many? 4. The word ended in a gasp of pain. The needle of the dial had shot up to 55. The sweat had sprung out all over Winston's body. The air tore into his lungs and issued again in deep groans, which even by clenching his teeth he could not stop. O'Brien watched him, the 4 fingers still extended. He drew back the lever. This time, the pain was only slightly eased. How many fingers, Winston? 4. The needle went up to 60. How many fingers, Winston? 4. What else can I say? 4. The needle must have risen again, but he did not look at it. The heavy, stunned face and the 4 fingers filled his vision. The fingers stood up before his eyes like pillars, enormous, blurry, and seeming to vibrate, but unmistakably 4. How many fingers, Winston? 4. Stop it. How can you go on? 4. How many fingers, Winston? 5. No, Winston, that is no use. You are lying. You still think there are 4. How many fingers, please?
Now storytelling.
Okay, first of all, I think the keyword of this page is finger, because the finger appears on this page maybe more than 10 times, I think. And there are main question in this page is how many fingers? And there are 2 characters in this page. One is Winston and the other is O'Brien. And Winston was imprisoned in this place, and he was tortured by the O'Brien. And O'Brien said to Winston that, do you remember, writing in your diary, freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4. And actually Winston had a diary, and on this diary he wrote some sentence, and it is about the freedom, and the freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 is 4. And Winston remembered this, so he said yes. And after that, O'Brien held up his hand and the back towards Winston. Okay, you are Winston, then, and I am O'Brien, then like this, held up, and the thumb hidden, and 4 fingers extended. Extended means stretch out, a hand or fingers or legs. So like this. Then O'Brien asked Winston that how many fingers am I holding up? Then Winston saw these fingers and it is 4, so he said that 4. And then O'Brien asked again with some kind of condition. And this condition is if the party says that it is not 4 but 5, it means party. It means big brother. Big brother says that it is not 4, it is 5. Then how can you say? Then Winston said that it is 4, still 4. And then the word ended in a gasp of pain. Gasp of pain means some kind of breath because of the pain. And actually he said 4, but this word ended because of the pain. And at the time, O'Brien tortured Winston with some kind of electricity and with needle, and with some kind of needle or equipment attached to Winston. And the needle of the dial had shot up to 55. And because of this pain, the sweat had sprung out all over Winston's body. And actually he didn't want to sound out, but so he clenched his teeth, but he could not stop. And O'Brien watched him, and still the 4 fingers extended, and he drew back the lever. It means he stopped torturing, and he said again, how many fingers? And still Winston said 4. But the torture, the degree of torture is increased to from 55 to 60, so it is more painful. So Winston said, okay, it is 5, but O'Brien said to Winston, no, you are lying. You still think there are 4. Okay.
Now members, please ask her any questions. Why has he been arrested and now being tortured?
Winston?
Yeah, Winston.
Actually, Winston was did some forbidden thing. He was in the hidden place, Mr. Charrington's room, with a girl whose name is Julia. Yeah, and actually this kind of situation is forbidden in this society. Yeah.
Is entering the proletarian quarter itself forbidden thing?
No, it is not a forbidden thing to enter the proletarian quarter, but with men and women together, then it is wrong. It is forbidden.
And the O'Brien, he is the government's person.
Yeah.
Who work in government.
Yeah. He is very loyal official in Big Brother's government, and maybe he is one of the party members.
If you are living here, then do you want act like him?
Winston. It means, am I in a prison or this society? This society? No. I think I keep the rule, I think.
Is there any relations with Winston and O'Brien?
Before? Yeah. Winston believed O'Brien, and he thought that O'Brien is his side. Yeah.
Were they friends?
Not friends, but Winston only thought that O'Brien was his side, and he believed him a lot.
O'Brien also mentioned the diary Winston has been writing for a long time.
Yeah.
And is it also a forbidden thing in this society?
Yeah.
Writing a diary?
Right. Actually, in this society, having a paper or having a pencil is also a forbidden thing. Because if you have some diary or paper or pen, then you can write and you can spread your idea or opinion to other people. So it is forbidden.
Who brought Winston to this place? Who brought
This place, prison.
It's prison.
Actually, he was arrested by the thought police.
I guess freedom is the freedom to say that 2 plus 2 is 4. And then is it possible, or is it easy to manipulate this kind of fact in the society?
I think in this society it is quite easy because actually in this society many people have their own opinions, so the government and also the people in this society thought that the government can control their memory, even their memory. So in this society I think it is quite easy to manipulate.
And what is a major thing that the government uses to control or observe the people living in the society?
Tool.
Method.
Tool is telescreen.
Telescreen.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the telescreen briefly?
Telescreen is some kind of screen you can see in this club, and it is through this screen, government officials or party members can watch your life and order something to people. Yeah. So always and every time you are watched by the government by this telescreen.
Order, that means some kind of voice comes from the telescreen.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, every time.
Actually, I don't quite understand what this page is about. So, what were they doing in this page?
O'Brien O'Brien tortured Winston. Yeah.
I also wonder that you said owning a pencil or a paper, it's also a forbidden thing in the society. And has Winston ever tried contacting or communicating with someone else based on writing something on the paper? Anyway, he has some amount of papers.
Yeah.
And pens.
But he didn't, but Julia did.
Julia.
Yeah. Julia wrote some sentence on a scrap of paper, and she gave this scrap of paper to Winston. And because of this, they met.
What was the message?
It was only 3 words. I love you. And on this scrap of paper, I love you. And Winston saw this, and he thought that Julia maybe likes him. So they made an appointment to meet. And they met.
So naturally falling in with someone else, it's also a forbidden thing.
Yeah, forbidden thing.
So all the citizens need to control or oppress their desire.
Yeah, desire, and the government just match the couple. Yeah.
And that's for making babies.
Yeah, reproduction. Yeah.
So where is Julia?
Julia is also in the prison.
She's being tortured by government.
There's no animation, but I think so. Yeah.
So I'm worried about you. Like Winston. Do you have any connection with her? My joke. I have a question.
Yeah.
The Winston answered 444, but the last he answered 555, but the O'Brien said, okay, so how many fingers please? What exactly does O'Brien to get the number from Winston? What's the exact answer does he want O'Brien, you think?
I think there is no exact answer.
What? For example, as a torturer, what kind of answer does he want now? 4-5, Winston answered both of them,
Yeah.
but he rejected and he ignored. And
I think even Winston said that the answer is 5 again and again. I think he would torture. He continued to torture. Yeah, there's no any right answer.
answer is a death. That means torture, torture,
Torture, but not
death.
that.
Not death.
Yeah.
Maybe O'Brien or the government, they already have made their decision.
Yeah, the decision.
Killing Winston.
I think he.
Okay, after this things, the O'Brien, he kept torturing.
Yeah, kept torturing, and after that, because of this torture is too painful, so Winston changed his thought.
How did he show? I had changed my thought, Winston. How does he surrender to the party?
How?
So 4-5 is our no answer. So
Yeah.
how could
Just talk together.
talk together?
Yeah,
How
O'Brien and
desperately
Winston.
cry?
No,
doesn't-
there's no need.
Mhm.
Cry or desperately shout or anything. There's no need. But just O'Brien and Winston, they talked each other, and if Winston asked something to O'Brien and O'Brien answered it, and because of this kind of logics, Winston just
Does the
Saved.
government?
So, and then there's no solution, no choice, and for Winston.
Yeah, there's no choice.
Does the government show the scene of someone being punished or being tortured to other citizens through some kind of screens or papers?
This kind of
newspapers?
torture?
Yeah,
No.
the scene of someone's being punished.
No. But being punished to the death, yeah, it could be seen.
Anyway, the government doesn't punish someone publicly.
Yeah.
And what is the purpose of torturing? Yes.
I think punishing someone publicly, it can be a kind of a way of controlling other citizens, making someone feel frightened.
Yeah, finally, at last, maybe they do the kind of thing, but they don't want the people know that because of the torture, the criminals changed their minds. It is not good thing. Yeah.
So did Winston change his mind through this torture?
Through this torture, yeah, actually,
He gave up and he surrendered.
yeah, he gave up.
So how did the O'Brien feel that, recognize that he surrendered, he gave up, he changed his thought? How did O'Brien recognize that? Because I imagined I were Winston and then the O'Brien tortured me and I answered 4 and I answered 5
But I said,
and then
"You
he
are lying."
kept torturing
You're lying,
and
you're
they say,
lying.
and then you are lying. So how can I stop the desperate torture? And then so next page I don't know. So what did Winston do? He cried? No?
Actually, he was fainted.
He was fainted.
Yeah, and after that, the doctor came.
Did we say that I want to tell whatever you want to? No?
What?
Okay, I will say
Yeah.
whatever you want to.
Yeah.
He-
And then stopped him?
No.
Don't know? No? No?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just O'Brien's mind. Yeah. he just decided it is right or not. It
Well, I
is
think
true
about-
or not.
There must be a proposal when I can stop my torture. So, and the answer or action or the emotion, anything. As a torturer, there is a there must be a point.
Yeah.
I can stop.
Yeah.
What is that? Sometimes I bullied by club members, and for example, I bullied my club members. Okay, and there must be a point. I must stop, right? So in this point, what is the point of Ryan? He can stop the torture. For example, as a torturer, okay, if you say, okay, Brian, I will do whatever you want to, that's okay. Okay.
No, I think it is no use because the O'Brien and the government remove Winston in this society, actually. So there's no need. If Winston walked outside...
He walked outside. But anyway, the O'Brien stopped the torture.
Yeah.
He stopped torture. When did he stop the torture?
When he won.
When you want to.
Yeah.
Is when you want to means how long did he torture? Is a time limit?
No, there's no any time limit, but actually because of this torture, Winston could be fainted or could be there's no any energy.
When Winston was fainted, O'Brien stopped.
Yeah.
That is his point, his limitation.
Yes, I
If
think.
Winston becomes fainted, I would stop. That is a point.
Yeah, I think.